All right, let's bring in Daniel Garza. He is the Libre Initiative Executive Director to weigh in on Donald Trump's visit to Mexico. Dan, I have to say that this was a presidential moment for Donald Trump. There's just no other way to put it. He met on sort of equal terms with a president of a sovereign nation, one that he's had a lot of conflicts with. That president went out of his way to talk about cooperation, to how much that they had in common, their mutual interest. Donald Trump, for his part, said, "Together we will solve problems." This is a different Donald Trump. It's a different president of Mexico, and Hillary Clinton nowhere to be seen.
Look, I have to agree. I think they struck a chord of interdependence, of mutual cooperation. If people were thinking that this was going to be the theater of the absurd, what you saw was Donald Trump actually looking statesman. He had the imprimatur of the Mexican government behind him, with all the trappings and the environment of what is two men who are governing, in this case, two leaders, who seek to govern, and to try to address mutual differerences that they may have or understandings, and then also tackle the challenges that are immigration, that are energy development, that have to do with trade and commerce. And, American people want to see this, that there's going to be economic opportunity and that the people are going to govern sensible and govern right.
Well, the American people might want to see it, but Hillary Clinton doesn't. Her campaign has been going out of its way to say that elect this man and America will be in trouble. He doesn't know how to cooperate with foreign leaders, let alone people he's disagreed with in the past. This shows that he does, in fact, know how to agree with people that he might have individual difficulties with, and perhaps solve those difficulties by dialogue such as the one he's having in Mexico today.
Yeah, I think a lot of Americans have the sense that Hillary is going to be a continuation of Obama politics. And frankly, the Obama administration has absolutely ignored Latin America, has given it no priority. And in fact, they criticized Donald Trump for making a visit to meet with the Mexican leader. Look, you have to get to the business of governing, and people need to dialogue and have an understanding as to how they're going to cooperate binationally. And so this was an important event, an important meeting for Donald Trump. It's a very important event, and I want to emphasize what you said. What's happened in this hemisphere, very often we talk about the Middle East, what's happening with Russia. You look at Venezuela, which is falling apart. You look at Cuba, which we have gone out of our way to try to court, and I don't see it doing much good for the Cuban people. You look at a lot of situations in Latin America, and there are problems. One might think from the rhetoric coming out of the Clinton administration that if Americans hire this guy, Donald Trump, everything is going to go to hell in a handbasket, when in a lot of places it already is. Well, things have gone to hell in the handbasket in Venezuela, that's for sure. And the people of Argentina finally got fed up with the Kirchner administration and brought in a market-oriented leader in Mauricio Macri.
Which, by the way, was not somebody who the administration was necessarily looking favorable on. They were much closer to the Kirchners than they were to this person. And look what happened in Brazil. That's also fallen apart.
No, so I was very happy to hear the constructive dialogue between the Mexican president, Enrique Pena Nieto, and the Republican candidate for the presidency, Donald Trump, talking about trade, talking about what is going to generate opportunity and remove barriers to those opportunities for Americans. And I think that was a critical point to underscore between these two leaders.
Great to talk to you. Dan Garza from the Libre Initiative. Appreciate it. Melissa.